Hello, everybody. Get my little camera set up. Y'all, waiting for some people to join. And waiting for my special guest to join. And let me see if I can send you an invite. Hello. So, today, y'all, I am basically having a special guest to join me today on this live to talk about, to share her domestic violence. Let me see if I could tag my, let's see. And, hey, everybody. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Ooh, yes, that is really cute. I like that. Hi, everyone. Today, y'all, I have a special guest that's going to be joining me today to share her domestic violence story. She is a survivor for 3 years. Thank you, Manifa. I'm doing, girl, hanging in there. I'm trying to wait for her to get on. I think she's here. I was trying to do this on my Facebook page for domestic violence and the child neglect and abuse awareness, but you can't share a video alive with someone on, the Facebook fan page. So I had to come on this particular page. This is not the page that I normally use for this. And I see her live right now. Let me see if I can send her an invite. Approve. As y'all may know, I am having very first child neglect, domestic violence, child neglect and abuse awareness brunch in August. And because I'm an advocate of domestic violence, child neglect and abuse and all that stuff. And I'm super excited to be stepping out on faith and doing my event and all this stuff because it's a little nerve-wracking. This is a real touchy situation and a lot of people don't talk about it. And I'm just excited and willing to go forward with it. And for a long time now, I had a Facebook page. I changed the name as of like 2 weeks ago to Reverse the Curse, Domestic Violence, Child Neglect, and Abuse, because it's about breaking generational curses. I don't know where she went. um, I hope we have good connection. Please let us know if, hey, Miss Wallace.
Hello.
Please let us know if you can hear us, if you can't hear us. Is it clear? Can you see us? Please feel free to ask any questions and all of that good stuff. Miss Alicia is a survivor of domestic violence. She just made 3 years, March 31st, and she is from Los Angeles, California, and she is here and excited to share her story with us. Okay, Miss Alicia, you have the floor. How you doing?
Hello, how are you?
Can y'all hear her? I cannot hear her.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to hear your story. I'm excited about everything. I just been ripping and running today, but this is unscheduled, unplanned. So y'all gotta excuse us if we're a little all over the place, but we are here and we're making it happen. So
Yes,
whenever
Jesus.
you ready, you could go roll on with
Is
it.
there anything you want to ask or know or just
I just
listen?
want you to tell us, just share your story. Just tell us who you are, where you from, and just go in with your story and just seal the deal with a message letting people know, bringing awareness about the situation so someone else could get out of the situation or be aware of the signs.
Okay, well, I'm Alicia Wallace. I'm in Los Angeles, California. I'm 33 right now. 2016 is when my domestic violence almost ended my life. I was just battered and bruised, broken, misunderstood. I just fell and lost myself into somebody that I thought that cared about me. And technically, he didn't. And I was all colors, purple, black, blue. My face looked terrible. I have cuts all on my arms, all on my stomach where he put the knife on the fire and cut my stomach up. I have a sciatic nerve problem now where I was stumped out. My skull is still cracked. They didn't want to do surgery because it could have killed me. My hair used to hang to the middle, dang near the middle of my back. He cut it off. So I had to get it cut all off even, but now everything grew back. So I'm just blessed to be here. I had a friend that helped me get out of that dark place, and I just want to help somebody else.
And that's what it's all about. So this is when I'm gonna start asking questions. So how long was you in the relationship with him before it became violent?
A few months. It started with like pushing, oh, I'm just playing, and snatching, and telling me what I can and can't do, who I can and can't talk to, family, friends, stuff like that.
So he started taking you away, isolating you from your loved ones, your friends, and your family.
Yeah. Isolation is
What
the
made
main thing.
you a long card? So what made you stay, and then what made you get out?
What made me stay was at that point in time, I was dealing with a lot of mental stuff, and he seemed like he understood. And it's like we both seemed like we was on the same page of understanding each other. So I thought we was gonna be able to work it through and help each other out in the long run.
Y'all please share this video. It could help someone you may not even know, someone that you actually know. It could be actually going through this. So just share the video, please. I appreciate it. Have he ever made any threats? Because I know, they love doing. Oh my gosh, what do mess up my broadcast? My show. Have he ever made threats to kill anybody close to you or to kill you if you leave him?
No, it wasn't. No, not like that. He was threatening to kill himself if I left. Manipulation, mind manipulation. That's what he was using against me. At that time, I didn't even know nothing about that. I was like, no, I'm sorry. I'm going to stay, to make sure you straight. We're going to be okay, trying to pacify him. But at the same time, I was losing myself.
Did you a lot of times, and the reason why I'm asking these questions is because people feel like sometimes people stay in a domestic violence relationship because they suffer. Oh man, I got an echo. I got an echo, or do she have an echo? Cut the TV off. Because they feel like a person has low self-esteem. Was that ever an issue for you that you felt like, was there anything that you was like, at this moment, I'm gonna stay with him because financially, or I don't have any place to stay, or I just feel like he loves me and nobody else loves me. Like, did you have any struggle with
Well, it was kind
low
of
self-esteem?
across the insecurities because I was always a plus size girl.
They said that you have an echo.
Let me see something. Turn off this fan. Hold on a minute.
This is getting good, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be doing more videos like this with other people as long as they're willing to share their story. Stay tuned and save the date, August 31st, for my
Is it
domestic
better?
violence, child neglect, and abuse awareness brunch. That was a little commercial break. We back. Go ahead. You were saying, telling us about how you stayed in and everything.
A plus size female, and I thought, okay, he can care about me. He loves me. But then I found out it was just a whole bunch of bullcrap. Hi, Taka. That's my friend.
Awesome, awesome. All right, please share my Facebook page with her. Reverse the curse, domestic violence, child neglect, and abuse. Inbox me.
Okay. I'll tell her.
Awesome. Girl, congratulations, Miss Wright. Thank you for sharing and letting that be known. It's such a touchy situation and nobody likes to talk about it.
No
Go
one
ahead,
mind
finish.
talking about my situation.
We're gonna please everybody ask any questions that you want. You want to ask me a question, you can ask me a question. You want to ask her a question, feel free, and we will get to the questions after she finishes sharing her story, so we don't keep interrupting her story.
And
All
then
right.
I came to find out, like, over the months, his attitude was changing, but I didn't know why. And then I thought it was his mom because she was going in out the hospital. So I'm thinking maybe it's affecting him because his mom is sick and slowly dying. And I come to find out after everything he was doing crystal meth.
Mm.
So it was like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. One day he cool, next day he not.
Was it like a pattern, like every 3 months, every so this, like you knew, like, okay, or whenever he did particular things, like I already know it's gonna go down today, like, you know what I'm
No,
saying? Never knew when it was gonna happen. Did you ever at any time blame yourself?
for a minute, yeah, I did because I thought it was something that I was doing.
You said what?
But I said I thought it was something that I was doing, but I could never figure out what.
Okay. Have you grew up in a house where you saw people being abused and it made it even
Never,
easier for you to stay in a situation?
never.
Did you grow up in a house with both parents? Because you know that's always another question.
No, I grew up with a strong mother and my little brother.
Did
So
your
it was
little
just
brother
us
know about
three.
your abuse? And what have your parents? How old were you when you was being abused? And what did your parents and your I want to hear about the parents, and you could share about other
Well,
relatives and
my
friends. Did you
mom,
lose friends?
she felt something, but she couldn't reach out to me because being in a domestic violence situation as a girl, being a strong willed person, you always think you can handle it on your own. And I'm very like stern and strong willed to stand on my own. So I didn't really reach out to my mom or nobody. And then once my mom figured out, or she would call up to my job just to see if I was at work, and he would be up there at my job. And then she'll be talking to my boss and stuff, and she'll be like, "Is she there today?" They'll be like, "Yeah, she here."
Girl.
So I went through it
Oh,
for a minute.
so what was the process? What was it that made you? Because people want to know What was that breaking point for you to be like, okay, I just can't do this no more. I need to end this. I need to get out of here. Did you run away? How did you escape? And what
It,
was the breaking point for you to get out?
it started March 25th. That's when I was cut up. He took me to the hospital to get me stitched up. Sat right next to me like glue to where I couldn't talk to the doctors, tell the doctors I needed help or anything. And then the next following few days, I was still getting beat. He beat the stitches out of every cut I have on my body,
Oh
literally.
my God.
And
Whew.
I got beat for 4.5 hours. Closed fist. My head bounced off of every wall in my house. And he fell asleep after the last time he socked me in my face, closed fist, in my bedroom. He threw the knife on the bed and told me I should kill myself. He closed my door and locked, well, he closed my door. And I have a long mirror in my bathroom. I seen my face and my rubber band snapped. And I could have easily killed him. But he was coming down off of his high that I didn't even know he was on. So I was able to get out of my own home because he was asleep.
And I know you mentioned that you almost died. What was it? Like, share that experience, share that story.
My stomach was cut open so bad from the knife that he put on the fire, and he cut me like butter. It was
You
so
can keep
cold, like
talking.
the knife was so hot, it was cold. And my skin was like open. And I was like bleeding from my stomach.
And I watched your YouTube interview, and you were saying like the person that was there representing you was saying that you told her that your skin was melting like butter. Like I was like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
my God.
This scar would have been my face if I didn't block it. As you can see, I got a Christian tattoo on my arm because
Mm,
that's
mm.
the only way I got to was my face. Because like I was walking around here, my whole face was swollen. Have you ever seen Martin
Mm-hmm.
TV show? The episode he had with the boxer?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what my face looked like.
Girl,
My
my body is just getting like butterflies and chills just running all through this area right here. Like it's just
I
whew.
had 6 bruised ribs. I had my skull was protruding out of my forehead. It was out here. My eyes was like barely open. They were black. All this was red. My neck was purple. He beat me with an air freshener can. All of my
What was the
forearms.
worst thing? What was the worst thing he because I feel like the knife probably was the worst.
The knife was the worst because I didn't feel it on my stomach as I felt it on my arm. Because like I said, the knife was red as fire. Because he was branding me. He said he was going to brand me.
And in
But
your
he,
interview, you mentioned that he wanted to just basically destroy you.
yes, yes,
And that's
basically. That's what he was trying to do.
make it so that nobody else wants you.
Exactly.
You don't want to go to nobody else.
That's exactly what
Oh
he
my
did.
God.
He really tried to diminish me and break me as a person. We were staying with my cousin for a minute, and my cousin didn't even know. I was too ashamed to even tell my cousin what was going on because, like, I felt like I was ashamed to go through that. Like, why am I going through this? What have I done to anybody to go through this? I have a good heart. I'm good to people. I even lost my faith at a point in time.
Did you ever lose any of your friends? Because I know a lot of time people lose friends. Not only do they lose they, close family members, but they lose friends because sometimes they friends just can't deal with seeing their best friend or a close friend going through this. And they like telling you things. I'm a survivor, and I mean I lost friends because they got tired of me
A lot of
running
my
and going to them and
a
then
lot of
coming
my
back.
friends didn't see this because I
Your
really
friends didn't
wasn't
see it.
around a lot of people. He kept me away from everybody. Like, I used to live in North Hollywood, and my day one, Taka, she was my day one for it, and she's still my day one. And Joanna Wilson, they seen it. They seen who I was dealing with at that point in time, but they didn't even know what I was going through.
Was this your first domestic violence relationship?
Ever, ever. And that being in that type of relationship will mentally mess you up. If you're not strong enough to get out of it and get out of that dark place.
All right, and I'm gonna ask you like 2 or 3 more questions because I don't think you answered the other one. What was the breaking point for you to be like, this is it, I can't take it no more, I gotta go?
When I seen myself in the mirror and I didn't recognize who I was anymore. My face was a balloon.
Whew.
I have broken teeth in my mouth because he broke my teeth.
Have you ever, because I know I shared some pieces with you, have you ever been arrested because you told the cops that you was not being abused or trying to defend him or whatever?
No, but the police was called on him a few different times, like when he was out, because the people called the police. And then he would be like, oh no, we just arguing, we just talking. And then it's like, I used to just look like, just so he wouldn't get in trouble. But I know deep down I should have said something then I wouldn't be in this long situation that I'm in right now. But we all live and we learn.
How are you coping with everything now? I know it's been 3 years. You just came up on your anniversary, 3-year anniversary, March 31st. And you looking back and sharing this story even as of right now. How much have you grown from where you were when you left? How was you scared of running into him? Was you scared of him trying to find you? What was your steps from when you said, I'm getting out of this, I'm leaving? Like, how did you walk away from the situation? Did you just pack up, leave? Or you snuck out while he was sleeping? Or you waited when he was nowhere around? Like, that's the most number one thing that a lot of people that probably, if watching this video on replay or watching it now, that is in a domestic violence situation, probably done had guns held to their head, knife held to their neck, or what have you, want to get out, but don't know how to escape. So what was your way of getting out safely?
He fell asleep, coming down off of his high, and I left and ended up in the hospital.
Who ended up in the hospital?
I did.
What happened?
Because I ended up getting on the bus trying to get away from my area. Lost, confused, didn't know what to do. And another bus driver got on the bus. She walked past me and then she came back and sat next to me. And she told me, I know what you're going through. And you're going to come with me to my depot and you're going to go to the hospital. So she called the paramedics for me. And I ended up going to the hospital.
Okay. So then from there, you didn't look back.
I didn't.
So from that point, what was your battle of dealing? Did you want to go back, or you just was like, I'm done, this is it? And you like how what emotions, what was you going through to
I
stay
was
strong
broken.
for yourself and not
I
turning
was
back?
broken I was broken at a time because I was like, how could somebody say they love you but hurt you? I wanted to live another day. So I decided not to look back and keep moving forward. And every day was a new step for me to get over this. And the more I talk about it and think about it and get over it, I'm able to progress myself because I didn't change a lot mentally, emotionally, physically. I didn't change. And
What
since
leads
he
you? Go ahead.
and he only got 6 months in the county jail.
Wow. After all of
Only
that with the
yes,
knife.
yes.
And it's crazy that the doctors didn't even try to do anything, seeing and knowing a doctor know domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? They see, you could read his body language, and for them to not even try to call the cops up.
They did.
You,
The
okay.
police, the sheriffs got called to the hospital.
Okay. All right. So you ain't share
I
that.
didn't get to that part yet. When I got to the hospital, the sheriff was called. I had to do a full report in a neck brace. I had a complete neck brace on from ears to about right here because I had a concussion. And I had to fill out paperwork. I gave them my house keys so they came inside of my house and got him. He was in my house still getting high.
Have
Didn't
you ran
know.
into him since you left
Yes,
him? How
yes,
many times?
about three.
How did it make you feel the very first time? I know the first time and the second time, the
Anger.
third time, you like, man, whatever. But the first two
The,
times, and most definitely that first time, I probably know nerves probably just running all through your body.
I was angry because he didn't even recognize me, but I recognized him. I know his walk. He walked right past me going to the PO, going to the parole office. At this time, my hair was short with curls everywhere. And he didn't even
Y'all,
recognize
and
me.
for the ones that missed it, he cut her ponytail off, and her hair was like a taper cut short. And it's now long. She said her hair was down to her back, almost to her
Tasha
waist.
used to do my hair. She know my hair was long. She used to do my hair. So she
And
knew
to
how long
end
my hair
on,
was.
I'm gonna have to end this. I gotta go pick my daughter up from work. But what can you say that someone that may be watching this video right now or watching it on replay to help them escape, or for someone they might be watching this and know someone else that may be going through it? What can you say? What message can you say to
Pay
them?
attention to the signs and don't overlook nothing. Be mindful of everything you see and you hear because everything accounts for something.
All right, y'all. So she's on here. Her name is Alicia Wallace. Miss Alicia, please respond to their comments right here.
Okay.
Tika, hit me up on Reverse the Curse. I'm pretty sure Miss Wallace is gonna tell you where my page is at, and me and you could connect and most definitely go live as well together, here like she did. Y'all, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in on this live and sharing with us that you are a survivor, leaving comments, loving and liking the video. We appreciate it because this is not an easy topic. This is not even if you shared it 20 times, it's still a little touchy. Sometimes people have to relive their situations. So we really, 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 really appreciate y'all taking time out and sticking in to the end of this video. Please share this video on your timeline with others. And if you're not following my page, it's called Reverse the Curse, Domestic Violence, Child Neglect, and Abuse. Here on Facebook and on Instagram, please follow the page. Save the date, August 31st. I am having Reverse the Curse, Domestic Violence, Child Neglect, and Abuse Awareness Brunch. We plan to have chicken and waffles and some other little things. Tickets will be for sale. So I'm getting everything in the flyers worked up now. So save the date, y'all. I look forward to seeing y'all. Please bring your teenagers, because I want to target a teenager, because that's where it started with me as a young lady. So I really want to, they still young, they still got time to grow up, but adults is welcome. It will be an all-female event. There will not be any males invited. I want it to be personal and private. Okay, so I'm gonna have a panel of women sharing a story. I will be sharing my story as well, along with the other people that's going to be there. If anybody's watching this video and you local in Charleston, South Carolina, the event will be held in Mount Swana. If there's anything that you want to do to help out, please contact me, inbox me. My phone number is 843-873-8000. I look forward to seeing y'all and doing plenty more live videos about domestic violence, child neglect, and abuse. Miss Wallace, I want to say thank you for having the courage to come live on my Facebook page and do this. I appreciate it so much. I want to say continue to keep your head up, stay strong, and know that you are beautiful and you deserve the best in the world. And she is actually pregnant right now, y'all. So there is still hope for love after your domestic violence, your crazy situation. So she was able to still be able to love someone after all she has experienced and been through physically and mentally. Yes. Okay, so that is our time, y'all. Thank you, Miss Wazee, for staying in touch.
All right.
Take care, y'all. Bye. Bye.